This cop pulled over this kid for loud exhaust and even gave him the ticket for it, but what he said in the end...
Good afternoon, TikTok. Here's the thing. This cop pulled over this kid for loud exhaust. They'll pull you over because your license plate light is not bright enough. But yeah, it's legal. Your window tinting, just like theirs, because theirs is illegal. Their tint is illegal, but yet they'll pull you over. They'll be speeding. They'll be reckless driving. They'll be crashing into people and unaliving people in their patrol cars or tax-paid cars. You know, our taxes pay for the vehicles that they wreck. They'll be doing all this stuff. They're getting caught every day doing things that are illegal, and they're getting arrested, and they're going to prison, going to jail. They're crying about qualified immunity, but yet when they do something like this, pull a kid over that doesn't even live in their state, and had to flee the state because this cop was actually harassing this kid. See, this is the problem with the law enforcement today. If you back the blue without questioning, well, back the blue until it happens to you. So, yeah, you question what cops do. You tell them, hey, if you're going to arrest me, let's go. Let's take that ride. Because if they falsely arrest you, they violate your rights and your freedom. You know, Jeff Gray on YouTube actually holds a sign that says, God bless the veterans. That's all he's saying. He's not saying a word, and nobody's just standing there with a sign. He'll take the arrest. You know what? That's a lawsuit. Every time he gets arrested, that's a lawsuit for him. See, cops don't understand law. They don't understand constitutional rights and freedom. And this is the problem with arrogant cops like that. They bully, they harass until people have to flee the state to get away from it. Or they have to go to court or be falsely arrested or whatever. And they have to go stand in front of this idiot in court and say, well, where's the law that says that my exhaust is illegal? He said it because of emission standards in California. How did that cop know that that car is not passing or failing the emission standards? Because he didn't test the car. Just because it's loud exhaust doesn't mean it didn't pass the standards. Wow, imagine that. So the cop never tested the emissions. He just assumed that it was illegal just because it was loud. Well, he would have hated my car back in the late 90s that I had. It was a 1990 Eclipse, 1.8, little four-banger. And I don't know if you remember back in the 90s, Fast and Furious had those big old fart cans, the chrome fart cans. Well, I did 3-inch exhaust, no cat, straight back to that can. I went to Indianapolis 500 and everywhere with it. Brickyard 400 and all kinds of places. And I actually, that's a funny story. I went in that tunnel underneath Indianapolis 500 and the cops were sitting there laughing because every time I downshifted, it cackled. And it was loud as all get out. This cop would have hated me because I would have drove off and revved the crap out of it. And I said, arrest me, go for it. Steal my car and arrest me. Because my car just now became $1.5 million car. And, oh yeah, my time just became $1.5 million. Because you're going to pay for my lawyer fees. You're going to pay for everything. Your department's going to pay for it. And there is no law that says I cannot have whatever. In California, it says as long as it passes the emission standards, I looked it up. And this is, you know, you can go look up the emission standards of the law over there. This kid was not in violation of it because he did not live there. But yet this cop said he was going to arrest him and tow the car. So that's theft of a car under the collar of the Blue Line. You know, the Blue Line steals vehicles all the time. They steal money. They steal all kinds of stuff when they raid people's homes without warrants. They go in people's cars without warrants. Or, well, if you question them, well, they're going to arrest you. You cannot search my car without a warrant. Well, you're under arrest. Now I got probable cause. They go make up probable cause. They'll make up articulable reasonable suspicion. They'll make it up. They'll say the dog alerted. You know, and my dog was here just a second ago. But you'll take your little shepherd dog or Malinois or whatever, and they'll make him sit down. Oh, he alerted. And they're going to claim that they smell drugs. They smell drugs. See, that's the problem. They claim they smell drugs. They claim they smell alcohol. How many false arrests has happened across the United States of DUIs that have been thrown out of court, or these tickets like this that are going to get thrown out of court? That's a waste of the time in court and taxpayer money, because now the cop is wasting resources. But yet they'll tell you you're wasting resources if you call them out for something. Let's say you're magnet fishing and find something that is illegal, or something that goes boom. Because those railroad little ignition little things that go boom, people find them magnet fishing all the time. So because railroad doesn't know how to dispose of their dangerous stuff, right? So now you got law enforcement telling you, oh well, or they'll find mortars or whatever, magnet fishing, and then cops will tell you you're wasting our resources. Right? You mean the resources sitting behind the strip bar, sitting there hoping somebody drives off drunk? When in actuality, you're just sitting there watching the girls that dance walk out. You're not arresting nobody. You're not even going and stopping those kids that are riding a four-wheeler illegal, or doing street takeovers, or looting and stealing in the malls and everywhere else, or dancing on top of somebody's car. You're not. Nah, man, that's dangerous. I don't want to do that. No, because oh wait, he's got a knife. We'll take the easy way out of it. We don't want to face him head on. We don't want to take a chance of him cutting us. There's so many different products out there that is actually designed to stop people. Non-lethal products that is designed to stop people with knives or non-lethal weapons in their hands. See, instead they take the lethal way out of it. And they unload magazine after magazine after magazine, and this is a cop that would do that. See, you can tell these cops that would do that because they're arrogant, they're boastful. They think it's their way or the highway. Motorcycle cops are sometimes some of the worst people to do that. This is why you record cops. This is why you don't answer questions. This is why you refuse searches and seizures. Do not give consent to search or seize anything of your property. Ask for your lawyer. Ask them if you're detained. What probable cause? What articulable reasonable suspicion? If they ask for identity, ask them what crime did you commit. This is why you do all this. This is why you get educated. This cop was determined to mess with this kid. I didn't have to watch the whole video. I already figured it out. I did watch the whole video. This cop, the way he was talking, oh, I pulled you over before. Yeah, I left the state because of you. See, that's where these cops like this eventually get exposed, and they have criminal past, or they're gypsy cops, what I call gypsy cops. There are a lot of people call them gypsy cops, where they go from one department to another. Freedom of Information Act will figure that out. See, this is why we need accountability from local, state, clear on up to the federal government. We need to know what they're doing. What crimes have they committed? See, this is why the Democrat Party is being exposed so well, because they have hidden all the crimes of these cops that have done so many crimes, but yet they keep releasing these guys that are 30 and 40 pages thick of criminals. They had one guy today, I watched a video, I think it was the Hodges twins, showed a video of this guy had 2 hammers, and he said he was going to kill all people like me. But yeah, if we say that against them, oh no, that's racist. Oh no, that's racist. You can't do that. But yet these cops and these judges, these weak-kneed judges and DAs, they allow this stuff to happen. They allow them to do all this stuff. They ain't trying to stop all these bikes and all that. These little dirt bikes and all that. They ain't confiscating. They ain't doing all that. No, they'd rather write tickets for stupid stuff or harass the constitutional auditors. They'd rather harass people walking around free, exercising their rights, instead of enforcing actual law. Imagine that. This cop's a bad cop. He's a bad apple. Have a good day.